Right, I've seen a few new players in the chat, and unfortunately you are starting very late on. But I want to give you pass on a bit of my knowledge. I know that you aren't onto my Discord, so you can't see all the stuff that goes on. But what I'm going to tell you now is the common champions. This account you see in front of you is a common disc champion account, where I've got the majority of them done. I'm still aiming to get them all done, but I can give you a good idea of where to start. So we'll start on the first colour. Let's have a look. Fire. Okay. Let me go. How would I do this? Ill prepared. 3 stars. Fire. There we go. There we go. Let's have a look. We'll do it this way. Okay. Start off with a Tiki. Where she used, what's she good for? If you got her, you're like, what can I do? She is okay in co-op. She can be used in Nightmare for the toughness and the crit if you want to make her a bit better. That's really about it. Not widely used by a lot of players. She's just a support for fitting in eventual co-op. I would only take her to 5-star, and I think personally she's just for middle co-op. This chick, she can be used in OH. A lot of people don't use her just for that raised attack speed. She's good on. She's useful for Hallowed in co-op, but not overly too great. This guy is extremely important in co-op. He's a very good player. Will get you a lot of the content complete. All the Basilisks generally do. His shield is not a beefcake once it's done it properly, and he's used in Nightmare co-op a lot. Very important there. His shield will help you in OH. He can be used in OH 10. And a large majority of the content this guy can be used. So if you get this guy, don't think bad about it. He's a very, very, very good player. Well worthy to get to 60. Cassandra is probably one of the best healers in the game. Very important for Nightmare co-op. Very important for OH. Can be used in Steel Widow. Not so great so much on the PvP aspect, but for killing the content and like Blitz, she's alright in Blitz. There is better, but she's a very, very, very good and definitely worth a level 60. The main character that you start off with, he's not.
My sword is ready. If you
No,
have the coin.
I don't think you should take him very high. It's hard to find where he's best at. But it's probably in OH. He's a medium kind of player in OH. Co-op, not too great. You could use him on Hallowed, but you need the stats of everything else, and it's not really. He works best on the Marshall set, as do all the bounty hunters, but he's not really that great of a character, so he's probably one of the worst ones. The Crow Hag, all the Crow Hags are great DPS. Don't care what anybody says. If anybody says that they're bad, just tell them to go do one, because they're stupid. They're morons if they don't understand how the Hag works. She can DPS. Each element can DPS Nightmare co-op. This one can DPS Nightmare co-op because I've done it. But should you promote her ahead of everyone else? Perhaps not. It depends on what you pull. But if you want to do Nightmare co-op, and she will not just help you in Nightmare co-op, she'll help you in Blitz, she'll help you in Widow, and ED. No problems with that. She'll lower that defense quite often and be good for there. So she's a very good 3-star. The Dragguard Monument, he is fantastic. Definitely worth a 6-star and multiple of them, just like Cassandra and the Seam. This guy you'll use in OH all the way through. He will save you in Steel Widow. ED, he'll save you in that. He'll save you in Blitz. And he's Nightmare co-op, like #1 pick. Other than if in case you get Fire Sniper, but for a common champion, he's very, 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 very good. This guy, He's supposed to be for OH, but he's not that great. He's an average character. He'll get you so far, but like to OH5, then that's it. Not really good in anything else. He's probably all the bombers are skippable. Not really great in anywhere. They're all right in Blitz, but that's probably it. And there's always better than these. The fairies, again, all the fairies are great DPS. You make them super fast. Aim for that 2.0 speed plus 2.0, not a total plus 2.0. So the base speed plus 2.0 or more, as high as you can. Great crit and great crit damage, and these will just pop off. And you can always pair this one with the likes of the ranger, or the gun mage, the fire gun mage. If you get him, anything that raises his attack speed will make the fairies pop off, and she's just as good as all the rest. This chick, the rule of thumb generally is if they're a 5v5 character, they've been lowered everywhere else. And there's not really much to say about this. Arguably she could work in PvP a little bit, because I think she mortal wounds, silencers, ongoing damage. She used that when that used to be really good. That used to be okay, but there's not really much here other than that. And to be honest with you, she's not good. It's like the shark. She's a bit like the shark does in fives as well, where the lower the damage, the lower the HP, she does a lot of damage, but there's so many more better than putting any time into this. It's not good. I'm gonna say now, all the MGs are great. This one can complete Blitz on level 50. She can do OH. She can do Nightmare Co-op. All the MGs need time, certainly. Arguably, she's the two healers here in Boone, the Boone Sister Cassandra and Katsuko. They're different. One gives you more defense, one gives you more attack. So it depends on what situation you're going in for. Arguably, she's better defensively in like a Arena or Guild Wars. Certainly, she slightly edges it in Blitz if you're doing that. Very, very, very good. Definitely worth a build. The Merc, again, I think this is a 5s one. What can I say about her? She's supposedly for PvP. She does okay in OH. That's where she's supposedly used more in OH. But I think she's skippable. You don't need this one. There's better mercs out there to feed this one into. In all honesty, so she's a 5s character. Okay to use in there. Not overwhelming. Not great, but she'll do. Valks, all the Valks are worth a build. This one's your main Valk for OH. Also Nightmare Co-op. She's used for the trait and that, and she's a good support DPS in there. Because if you build her for OH, you've got to build. She'll be usable in co-op. On Hallowed is probably her best set, most useful set to make use of her, as opposed to going straight DPS. But very worth building up. Hilda is cracked. She's cracked. Now we've got the Derby Girl. A lot of people stay away from these, but she's another one that you can use as Hallowed in and support. You can use her in OH. Not so much Steel Widow. She can be used in Guild Wars, not the greatest, but she can be used there. A lot of the Derby Girls are skipped, and perhaps you can do it here, but if you're looking for a route to help you along with OH, she can do the business in OH. She can do okay. This one is one of the worst. Probably the worst, I would say, out of all the bunch, maybe. Complete waste of time. Doesn't really do anything. It might be alright in Guild War, but that's about it. There's nothing else. It's just trash. It's a waste of time. This guy, I think I've used him in Nightmare Co-op before because of his lower defense is really a lot. This is a lot, and if it doesn't lower defense, it slows, which is okay. But it's not really something you want to put a lot of time into to begin with. It's more for day 20. You don't need to lower defense. if you've got, for example, Cassandra, who's got loads of defense in here, she is a lot better at it than this guy. But this is like, once you've just spent all your other stuff and you just want to build something else, he's okay. As hallowed, manually done on in Nightmare Co-op, but other than that, it's skippable. So there you have it. There's the 3-star champions from the common discs on fire. We'll go to the 2 stars. 2 stars. Okay, the Crystal Priest. All the Crystal Priests are good. He's usable if you want as an early healer. He's usable for Cassandra, and he'll do up to he'll handle your middle and lower co-ops quite comfortably. Rose, she's alright. She lowers attacks, mortal wounds. As a 2-star, she's okay. Would I spend a lot of time into her? It's one of those where you kind of need just a level 40 will do, just to have her doing the basic co-op. That's fine. This guy, Element, I would suggest that there's no point doing this guy. He's food for everybody. From a collection point of view, where would you use him? I believe you put Marshall on him and he's OH. Other than that, I don't know. I would suggest that he's just a waste of time. Other than that, this guy, I'm still experimenting with this guy. From the looks of it, it looks like he can handle Nightmare Co-op with these 2 lowering attack and lower defense, which is going to be great when I finally get him done up. I would suggest that with this guy, I think his cooldown's low enough for him to be hallowed, and he should be alright for a defensive part in Nightmare Co-op, but as yet it's untested. But for when I say untested, you don't need to build him. You don't need to build him. This guy has been used in Nightmare Co-op before Rampart because his raised defense is pretty much constant, but it takes a special team to build him with that. If you were building this guy and you wanted to know where to use him, he'd be alright in he'd get so far in Blitz, with stunning and raising defense, but he'd only get so far. This Golem could arguably be one of the best of the 2 stars. This guy, all the Golems will take you quite a long distance in Blitz. They're also okay defensively in Arena or Guild Wars. So these are worth putting. The blue one is better than the red one though, if you're looking for one. This guy, I've paired him with the Sniper in Nightmare and it works. He's raising attack, raising crit, added marking, and it does it for quite a long period of time. So he's okay to build once you've established everything. But you know, the 2 stars you don't expect to put them in straight away. This healer's okay. It works fairly well in the Nightmare Co-op, but you build Cassandra way over this. This is just a fun play for the middle co-op. It's fun enough to play with. The Imp, I've not put much time into this again, but again, anything that raises a 7 attack speed is a hallowed character, and you do run out. But again, it's not worth much time with him. The Rat's actually quite good because of this. He raises crit and raises attack. I've got under a minute run times with this guy. He's got a lovely name. And these 2 really help. If you can fit one of these in, it makes the team. But the extra crit to make, so you don't have to make that 30% crit up. Brilliant. Raise attack. Brilliant. He's all right. Get him to 50, and have fun with him. He's good. The Shark. Yeah. Where's his ascendant? I've just noticed it's missing. Actually, he will work in OH with the legendary mortal wounds, because you need that, and the block buffs helps as well. And I've had him work in OH 10. But would you want to put time into him, because you need him 60 and well built to be able to survive OH 10? Probably not. But he will work in OH 10. Oh, there's the shark jank thing. He will work. The 2-star here, Bongo. What is this one? It's the Ruffian. The standard Ruffian. Trash. You don't really have him anyway. A chance to mobilise, chance to ongoing damage, raises crit. if you're looking for a troll defense, maybe you could troll him in an arena or something, but he'll just easily get destroyed. The robot lowers attack and block buffs. It shields itself. Anything that shields itself on co-op in fire is great, because I think this is the one where the shield halves the damage, or 70% it. That's good. Lowers attack is always good, and I know these for a fact. These are like 3 seconds cooldowns. Would you spend time on it? No, I mean, if you collect it, just get them to like 40 and just use them in lower co-op. That's all you need them for. You don't need anything else now. I'm going to get 160, but that's that. 1 stars. I haven't put anything into the 1 stars at all. I mean, look, you look at them in the slide. There's no point. You can't even ascend them. So just stay clear. Alright, so that concludes the fire content of that. I hope you find this enjoyable or useful. Comments below. Brilliant.